this setup, not too complicated, just nice and simple, nice and easy, just nice and chill. And I've got no plan of what to draw. Just gonna doodle. Just gonna put whatever comes into my head onto the page. And as you can maybe see, my pen, which has been so good to me in previous videos, is actually starting to run out a little bit. But we'll make do. We'll make do. I think this will end up being a slightly shorter video. Just because when I'm doing these random doodles, they tend to go by a little bit quicker, especially when I'm using the big pen. The thicker felt pen as opposed to the very small fountain pen. You know, at one point I actually planned to rename this channel ASMR Ink Pen. But I don't know, I just decided against it. Or maybe I still will, but I think ASMR drawing probably gives the best, most immediate impression of what the channel's all about, you know. What we're here for. Just drawing. And plus I might not always use an ink pen. You know, I'm not using an ink pen right now. I've used pencil, coloured crayons, ink, as in, you know, water-based, not ink pen ink. And I would actually like to do some painting, although I haven't painted for years and years, unless you count painting my house. But that's not quite the same. But I do have an easel, so it would be nice to set it up and get a kind of Bob Ross thing going on, to set up some kind of still life, or who knows. This might end up being almost like a cult-ish, weird, like a tapestry or talisman, is that the right term? I don't think it is, but just something nice and relaxing before I go and eat my dinner. I've actually postponed my dinner to make this video, so hopefully it will make it taste even better when I do get there. It's from yesterday, heated up, and for all those who are probably from the UK, or maybe if you're from elsewhere and you know, it's a Sunday roast, so you know I'm in for a pretty good dinner from yesterday. Well, I was away, so instead of eating it yesterday, I'm having it today. I tell you what, I didn't even realise I was doing this, but in drawing this spanner, I'm kind of invoking the Tool logo, or one of the old logos, which is funny, as I talked about the band Tool a lot in my most previous video. In some of their older merch, they had a big spanner that's the logo, and also like two nut bolts or nuts or whatever at the bottom that, as it happened, looked like nuts because it was kind of a phallic reference. Pretty brash to put on your band merch t-shirt, but pretty funny nonetheless. I guess they've got kind of a sense of humour. I tell you what, my pen has actually kind of reinvigorated itself. It's like come back to life now, which is cool. My original idea for this video was to kind of have a drawing meditation with breathing and lines, etc. But I think I might save that for another video. I'm more interested in just creating something now. Just something quick and chill and easy. Been at work all day, so just want to relax really. Which obviously will happen with meditation, but think a lot more and put a lot more into the video. If you haven't already guessed, my content is pretty lo-fi, I guess. Pretty chill. Try not to take it too seriously. The content, that is, I guess the ASMR I take pretty seriously. But you know, I guess I don't make them too polished or anything. They're always a little bit rough around the edges, with my phone going off and the dogs barking next door, etc. I shouldn't talk about the dogs because I'll jinx it and then they'll start going crazy. But I'm really happy and hyped with the feedback from the last couple of videos because they were slightly different from my usual output. Well, the video essay was certainly the hour-long video drawing Lombard Street in San Francisco. That was kind of different too. But yeah, we're kind of back to basics here, back to some kind of original ASMR drawing. It's nice to do this once in a while. How am I gonna make that look the same as that? Okay. Just following with some freaky lines. Maybe this is a kind of meditation. It is for me anyway, so hopefully it is for you. Especially because I'm thinking about my dinner and how good it's going to be. Right, what now? I've kind of mostly done the top kind of third of the image. Unless I want to work into it a bit more. Mouth, some description. Doing the kind of high school thing of just drawing like female faces or mouths or lips and stuff. Eyes, bit of a trope of being a kid in art class just drawing eyes all the time. Everyone seems to do it non-stop. Here we go. Kind of cleft in the lip. Apparently that part of your lip suppose, is the reason why humans can drink from bottles, if that makes sense. So it kind of lets the air in to the bottle. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Yeah, apparently that's why it's like an evolutionary aid or whatever. Oh, probably makes more sense that bottles were invented because of that, not the other way around. I highly doubt we had bottles before we had, lips or whatever, as they are now. I feel like this is the kind of thing that would be discussed in that Sapiens book, which I've got on my bookshelf but I haven't read. And I've also got, is it Homo Deus, the prequel to that, sequel, I mean, sorry, I always get them too mixed up. Okay, this is looking kind of cool now. I did plan to record the pen sounds and the voice separately for this, but I thought, no, I want to go back to how I used to do it. Plus you can still kind of hear the pen, especially if I do this. Kind of. Like some geometric shapes here. Try and create is it the God diagram, or I'm not sure what it is. It's the spiral, Michelangelo's spiral. I'm not sure. A lot of my videos are just me trying to remember phrases that are like half baked in my head. Never quite get there. It's silly. My other plan for this evening is, because I'm home alone, play some Elden Ring. I got Elden Ring last Christmas, as in Christmas 2022, and just because of, kind of life getting in the way, doing these videos, etc., I've only played it for like an hour, but I played it at my friend's house this weekend, and I thought, yeah, I've really got to get back into this. I quite like how it just seems like you're roaming around the world and there's kind of a loose story, but you're just getting stronger and more, defeating more enemies. Oh dear, that was a bit weird. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But yeah, I bet I haven't even played it for a whole hour. I'm barely. Obviously, you do the little training bit when you're in that cave, but then you come out, and it's the area where like the first big boss is a guy, like a knight on a huge horse. I haven't even got past that yet, so I'm not sure how much work I've got to put in to get to a meaningful spot. Probably quite a lot. Just very much hoping that the sound here is actually recording. I've had a few instances of late where the sound just wasn't recording, and I've had to go back and do it again, which I don't mind, but can be quite time consuming and a bit disheartening, especially when I've just recorded. Oh, sound of a video. I did enjoy doing the hour-long one though, and it looks like some of you guys enjoyed it too, so definitely in the mood to do some longer form ASMR ones, especially because it can be a bit frustrating if you're trying to fall asleep and the video is quite short, and then you've got to find a new one. doesn't kind of flow nicely when you're trying to go to sleep. Right. This is looking a bit kind of nuclear over here, like, I don't know, a bit Fallout 4-esque. They're making a show about Fallout. Whether it'll be any good or not, I don't know. I'll still watch it, because Fallout was great, the game. But, yeah, it's one of them things I'm not sure how well it would translate onto the screen. I did think maybe they should make a GTA show, but I guess any kind of cop car crime show is basically GTA, isn't it? It's already been filled, you know, the same with Assassin's Creed. Most of the... Actually, that's not true. There's a lot of... you could definitely make a good film about like the Templars and this Guild of Assassins, etc., etc., etc. Okay, we've created like some, not sure, like a godlike face. The ASMR drawing god. Coming to bestow judgment upon all of my videos. Hello everybody. I think I've probably just missed a fair portion of the drawing because, like what would happen in my older videos, I didn't realise the camera had stopped recording. So I'm not sure if I did all of this bit. I'm not even sure what I was talking about before, or where I'd got to. Definitely talking about video games a little bit, Fallout, drawing this part of the face down here. I surmise that this is kind of like the ASMR god, judging my drawings. Or any eagle-eyed listeners would have just heard my knees click. I'm getting old now. Everything's kind of going downhill, physically. Not now, I've got like a nice cheek situation. Quite like the idea that everything, like in the background, kind of is filled in black. I think that's kind of cool. Makes it almost like a, I don't know, like a print or like a carving, maybe. Done a little bit of experimenting with print work, but in fact I was screen printing for a bit, but I really liked it. I liked it a lot, but I just didn't really. This was at university. I did little bug. There's a little bug on my drawing. I just did a bit of screen printing, then never kind of got around to doing it again, which was silly because I enjoyed it a lot. Maybe I should have made the most of university resources a little bit more. There's some advice: if anyone's at university, make the most of everything, get all the free stuff that you can. I used to get drawings printed out and I could sell them at art fairs, and I could print them out at university for free. It was so good. I can't do that now, obviously, unless I re-enrolled in university somewhere, but yeah, you could just print stuff for free. It's great. Maybe that's that's not the same with everyone's, but where I was, yeah, all good. But whatever course you're doing, whether it's art, science, or whatever, make the most of those free resources. And just all the knowledge that you've essentially got all the free time in the world to absorb. Don't party too much like I did. I saw something recently that said school is wasted on the young, and I agree. I would give anything to be back in an environment of learning, just with nothing to do except learn as much as possible. I really didn't care about it one bit when I was there, but I would love it now. And yet now, I've just got to go to work, as we all do, but couldn't we just stay in school forever? Maybe that's silly. At least then we could be learning without the distraction of stupid school stuff going on. Complete nonsense going on all the time. I think I'm nearly finished with this now. Just kind of putting on what feels right. Just seems to physically make sense. Maybe something here too. Okay, nearly finished. Hope you've enjoyed the whispers today, and a little bit of pen sounds, and the drawing. I really like this drawing. So, hope you do too. Stay tuned for more. Maybe there'll be a meditation drawing coming up soon. But, hope you enjoy.